The next day, though, reality smacked me square in the face. I went back to my old self, headphones in, blasting music, ignoring everyone, completely unaware of anyone else. That is until I heard a familiar laugh. Well, hey, losers, she purred, strolling over to our table. What are you doing here? You weren't invited. Oh, no, I don't know, I mumbled, fiddling with my phone. She raised an eyebrow, her gaze lingering a little longer than necessary. I met her stare, feeling my cheeks flush. You know, she began, her tone dropping to a husky whisper. It would be really boring without you. I couldn't help but smile. Yeah, well, you got me confused. The bell rang, signaling class was starting. We fell silent as Mr. Williams entered the classroom. Once he started lecturing, I found it hard to focus. Every time I looked up from my notes, I saw Evelyn, either glancing at me or whispering to the girl beside her. And each time she looked my way, my heart did a little flip. Class dragged on. Finally, the bell rang again. As everyone filed out, I lingered behind, hoping she'd stay. She did. Hey, she greeted me with a tired smile. Ready to go? I couldn't speak. I just nodded, shoving my books into my bag. Outside, under the sprawling oak tree where we'd shared our first kiss, she asked, So, what do you want to do? I shrugged, hoping she'd suggest something. I don't know, she said after a moment. How about your place? Your dad and stepmom aren't there tonight, right? I bit my lip. I wasn't sure what to say. Part of me wanted to tell her about last week, about how I felt about her, but fear held me back. Yeah, they're gone for the weekend, I managed. Cool, so, pick me up around 6. Yeah, okay. I watched her go, the image of her fading into the crowd of students. The rest of the day passed in a blur. All I could think about was seeing her again, being with her, finally letting go. At 5, I showered, put on a clean shirt, and headed out. I arrived at her house at 5:45. I honked twice, and when she didn't appear, I got worried. Had I misread the situation? Was this too much too soon? As these thoughts raced through my head, I heard footsteps. She opened the door. She was breathtaking. In a simple white dress, her hair loose around her shoulders, she looked beautiful. Hey, she breathed, a blush on her cheeks. Sorry it took me so long. My mom kept talking. I smiled. No worries. Here, I said, offering my hand. She took it, her fingers interlacing with mine. Together walked towards my car. We drove in comfortable silence, the air between us charged with anticipation. When we arrived at my house, I killed the engine. For a moment, neither of us moved. Do you want to come inside? I asked, my voice raspy. I don't know. She looked uncertain, biting her lip. My mom, she might come home early. I don't know if she would approve. I nodded understandingly. I hated that her happiness depended on her parents' approval. Yeah, I get it. I hesitated. But I mean, if you don't want to come inside, we could, go somewhere. Drive around, get ice cream. She looked at me, a ghost of a smile touching her lips. Actually, that sounds kind of fun. She looked beautiful under the streetlight. Her eyes sparkled. Her hair flowed around her shoulders like a dark waterfall. I met her gaze. Evelyn, I whispered. Call me when you're ready, I said, hoping she understood. She did. One day, our parents will be just a memory. Until then, we have our secret, our story. We stayed out all night. By the time we got back to her place, the sky was filled with stars. We walked up to her porch in comfortable silence. I had fun, she said softly. Me too, I replied, my heart aching because I knew this might be the last time we DB together for a while. Just promise me one thing. Anything, I whispered. Don't forget about me. Her eyes glistened with unshed tears. Never, I promised, my voice thick with emotion. She leaned in, her lips finding mine in a kiss that tasted like forever.